Okay, this is the Unit 2, Topic 2, County Formative Review. I'm going to start with problem 1. Drake has $50 and he invested the money in a company called Megatech. He earns 4 times the amount of his total. Okay, so that sounds important to highlight that. $50 and 4 times the amount of his total at the end of each year. Okay, he doesn't spend any of his money and keeps reinvesting. So let's start with the domain. So what you have here is where's my key? There. Okay. So domain. In this problem, remember domain is what the input is, and the input here would be the number of years. Okay, and we start with 0. Okay, and then each year we progress. Okay, and I'm just gonna show that it continues on the pattern. Okay, the range would be the amount of money you make each year. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that up. So in the beginning, if no years has passed, he has the $50 to begin with. Okay. Um, After 1 year, what's going to happen? He earns 4 times the amount. So 4 times 50 will give you 200. And then 200 is the new amount. So after 2 years times 4, 800. Okay. After 3 years, um, 800 times 4, which would be 3200, and continue. Okay, so there's my domain range. Alright, I'm going to come back to the rate of change in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can actually figure out this table here. Okay. So I have years. Okay. It's a little bit bigger than I want. I'm going to reduce that in font. Okay, so you have years, and we'll say money and let's call it total money. Okay? Alright, so you have years and total money. Now the letters X and F of X, you could pretty much use any letters you want. I could have used Y for years and T for total, or I could have put it into function notation. F of Y, or I could have put it as T of Y. Okay, a lot of options, but really in the end it really doesn't matter. Okay, you could use N also. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and start my table, which is pretty much what I have up here. So I'm gonna put in what I can fit in here. 0. Let me see if I can shrink this down. Alright, so 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then the amounts were 50, 200, 800. Okay, remember it's times 4 each time. 3200. Okay, so let's do some mental math. We have the 200 times 4, so that's 800. And then 3000 times 4, so that's going to give me 1200. No, I'm sorry, 12,800. And now it's a little too big for my head, so I'm going to go ahead and I have a limit on my video, so I don't want to be taking up all this time trying to figure this out in my head. Times 4. Okay, so I have 51,200. Okay, so 51,200 1,200. Alright, so there's my table, pretty much completed up to the fifth term. Okay. Alright, so now I have enough information to come up with my explicit and recursive. Remember, keep in mind f of 0 is 50. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my explicit. Okay. So I'm going to do f of 0 equals 50. Okay. And my formula is f of... Now, this problem doesn't asks for you to find a specific term, so I'm just coming up with a general formula, so I'm going to use n. Oops. Okay, I'm not sure what that. Okay, so f of n is equal to, okay, so my formula is up here for the explicit. So f of 0 is 50, so I'm going to put 50. And the ratio, okay, haven't figured that out yet. It's times 4, so I'm going to go ahead and put my 4 there. Okay. 4 to the nth power, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and put that in to the nth power. Alright. There, done. There's your formula for the explicit, okay? I'm going to save some time by copying and pasting that down here. Alright, recursive, I have f of n equals f of n minus 1 times the ratio. So, something to keep in mind, notice that both the recursive and explicit uses the common ratio. Oops, I just realized I made a mistake here. It should be f of n minus 1. I'm not sure what it is. Okay? So that's that, okay? And then the graphing portion. Alright, so down here would be your years. Okay? Remember, time is always your x-axis, plus it's in the first column. And then total money, the bank, would be here. Alright, now in terms of the intervals, okay, you have 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc., etc. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started with that. And then for the total money, it looks a little tricky here. You have 50, 200, 800, so it's jumping pretty high. Trying to think here. I'm not going to be able to do it by hundreds because that's only going to cover up to 800. It'd be nice if I could fit at least the first 4 terms. So let me think here. See what happens if I do it by 500. 500, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. No. Let's try 200. 2, 4, 6, 8, 1,000. 2, 4, 6, 8, 2,000. 2, 4, 6, 8, 3,000, and 200. Alright, perfect. So I'm going to go by 200. Okay. Now to save time, I'm not going to actually type in everything. Okay, so I'll just do randomly 400. Okay, so remember I'm going by 200, 2, 4, okay, 6, 8, there's 1,000, I'll put 1,000. I like to just do random intervals, that way I'm saving time, I don't have to label everything, but at the same time it's enough information for me to plot my points. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that's 2,000. So I'm going to go one up higher. So that'll be 2,200 right there. Okay, so I'm going to put that in to 200. Alright, hopefully let me double check. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah. Okay, and then I'll do one more at the top. Let's do 3,000. Okay. So from here, 4, 6, 8, there. Okay. And then from there, I'm just going to plot some points. Okay, so 0, 50, that's 200, so 50 is going to be pretty much like way down here. Okay, 1, 200, 1, 200, that'll be there. 2, 800, and then 3, 3,200. Alright, and the rest won't fit, which is okay, because I have enough information now to see some sort of a pattern, and you can see it's an exponential um, graph. Okay, for this particular one, I'm not going to connect the points because remember, you're getting paid yearly, so you can assume that okay, you're not getting paid out for the months in between, okay, unless you reach a full year. So I'm not, um, so if you interpret this the way I do, I see this as a discrete function, okay? Alright, the last problem here is to come up with the rate of change. Okay, what is the rate of change? Um, Pretty much every year, um, the total amount of money in the bank is increasing by a rate of now I'm trying to think here. I guess I could use a percentage here. Okay, percentage wise, um, times 4 would be a rate of 400%. Why is that one? Okay, there. Every year, the amount of money in the bank is increasing by a rate of 400%. Alright, so I'm going to stop here and start another video for problem 2 because um, there is a time limit on the length of the videos I'm posting, so I'm going to go ahead and stop here and go ahead and look at problem 2 in the next video.